I decided to sell my Volvo X-Police V90 and spend some time in the US. Now, before I did that, I wanted to take it on one last journey around Europe to places that I hadn't spent too much time before. Now, I've always enjoyed driving around Europe. I've been up to Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Germany, France, Spain, but I hadn't really spent too much time in Italy and Switzerland. So I did exactly that. Drove down, spent some time down there in the luxury of a nice car, and did what I could in the time that I had before I had to get back to the UK, sell the car, and then head to the airport. So I have videos on that which I haven't really posted because they weren't as exciting as I thought they would be. But here's just a few shots of me driving around and a few things that I did. And obviously you can't hear what I'm saying, but I was just driving before I had to go back to London to get this coach down to Heathrow Airport to head over to the US.
Right, so I'm on a 201, which is meant to be a 205, but I was early, and heading to Gatwick now. From Heathrow, it's been a long night. I came down on a coach from Edinburgh, and it was like 9 hours. So got another 15 hours of flying.
I'm so happy that I decided to get here 6 hours early, because after everything I'm now finally going to the duty free, and I have got 1 hour before the flight opens for boarding. So if I had left it the normal time, that would have just been, well, it wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't be on the flight.
Okay, I just got to JFK, and it is boiling hot, like really hot. That was a flight. There was so much turbulence. Like 4 times that all the overhead lockers came down, and I had like a really anxious passenger sat next to me. So now we're gonna find out what US Customs is all about.
King of the road, I can drive fast, whatever, but no. Actually, in order to drive a passenger bus here in New York City, you have to go
Different license.
study, back to school.
Yeah. So without the risk of being told by the police that I can't film here, I'm actually at quite a special place. So I literally got into New York, it's JFK, got in a taxi at the airport and got dropped here. This is the first place I've been in America, and that place is... Anyone that knows will know what this is.
Ask about his bank account. Ask about his bank account. Ask him about his account. You should ask him about his bank account. Captain, Santiago broke the glass.
So just this exact scene. I mean, without the cars parked there in front. So I'm not sure why I've waited 27 years to come over here, because I've just had this. The first thing I've actually purchased in America is a Dunkin's donut and the coffee. And I know it's probably not like real, but the flavor is real. It's flavor like I've never experienced before. You just don't get it in the UK. It's incredible. It's so different. So what I'm realizing is this is just a really chaotic version of London. Like really chaotic. And the subway system, or the underground system, is like everything's so like old school, and like it feels like it's built properly. Like it's old school because it hasn't had to be renewed, because nothing's going wrong with it because it's built properly. Air conditioning is like, in the trains, the air conditioning's amazing. Everywhere else, there isn't any. And it's pretty good. I went down to the Brooklyn Nine-Nine to show the outside of the precinct, which is actually the 78th precinct. And I got on the subway and now I'm here. I don't actually know where here is, but I'm here. So I am in the Port Authority bus station in New York, and it is midnight, and I've got 2 hours and 45 minutes until my bus that goes to DC. And let me tell you now, this is not a place for the faint-hearted at midnight. You do not come here for a joke. There is some crazy stuff happening here. There are a lot of homeless people, but aside from that, there's homeless people and then there's like crazy people that want to fight you, want to steal, are begging, but it's not begging, it's more like a mugging, but like a gentle mugging. It's like, I need this, you're going to give it to me, I know you've got it, so I'm going to wait here until you've got it. And then you've got the like scammers that...
Which gate 119 does he say you need that?
I'm not sure, I'm so sorry. And then you've got people that come up to you and like, you don't know whether they're asking you because they need information like that, or they're asking you because they want something from you. And then there's like these scammers that come up and say, oh, do you need help getting to the bus? Do you need help getting a taxi? Do you need a yellow cab? And you're like, you don't want to say yes because you know that as soon as you say yes, it's like, right, suddenly you've got into a contract with them and then you've got to pay them something. I was downstairs by my gate, which is gate 82, which is where my bus will be, and they had to set the like fire alarms off to get the police down there multiple times because of like problems. So I've come upstairs to where like there's sort of more action and people happening. But oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's a dangerous place if you're by yourself and you haven't got your wits about you. Like, you can't leave your luggage lying around or anything. Like, I had my luggage like wrapped around my foot and stuff so someone couldn't just run off with it, because I know that someone would have tried to do that if I'd fallen asleep. You cannot fall asleep here either. And in all honesty, like, being a guy, it's dangerous enough, but I can't imagine what it would like to be a girl on your own here. Other than that, like, the architecture and the buildings and stuff is actually really nice. Like, you've got this, it's nicely laid out. But if you go downstairs, it's a bit less going on, a bit more sort of stainless steel everywhere. Also, I don't know what's happening in that photo, but that looks awful. Yeah, so my comfort food is flaming hot Doritos and mild salsa. And in the UK, I would get 1 bag of Doritos for 2 pots of salsa, because that's how much you need. In the States, one of these bags is like double the size anyway, but then the salsa is like 3 times the size of the salsa you get in the UK. So it's just a win-win, and the flavor is just like phenomenal. I cannot explain how much better the flavor is over here. Everything I've tried so far, it's just like everything is amplified. It's like, what have I been missing out on this whole time? This is what I've been missing out on. That means someone's kicked off downstairs. I just got into Union Station, DC. The Greyhound was pretty amazing. Like, it's quick, and unlike in Europe, they don't seem to have any speed limits for buses. So it's just doing like 80 miles an hour on the motorways, freeway. In the UK and Europe, buses are limited to 62 miles an hour, and freight, so any trucks, lorries, anything over
over 3.5 tonne, it's limited to 56 miles an hour. So it's really interesting to just see them just fly past cars on the motorway and then just like slam the brakes on. And to be honest, I didn't mind it because like the buses have seatbelts, and if you've got them on, you don't really notice, and the driver doesn't see your head. So I just got into Union. We stopped in Baltimore, and I was going to film. I took some photos, but I was going to film, and I was just like, I was too tired and woken up in the day. We got out, we had half an hour too early. So yeah, here I am in DC, and I'm going to go into the floor now. I think I might use the Lime bikes because I've got the app from when I used it in London. So I'm going to try a Lime bike and see if I can get down to Columbia, which is where I'm going to be staying for a while. They have Megabus over here as well, which I didn't realise was all over. I thought it was just Europe. So I haven't got a clue where I am, but I've got this pretty decent looking thing behind me, and I've also got a Lime scooter which I'm using because I would walk, but I can't use that handle because the handle just, you catch your feet and everything. It's like impossible. It's not long enough, so it's too short to actually walk with. So I'm using a Lime scooter, and it's a 20-minute drive to where I'm going. So I just stopped here, but I don't actually know where I am. Somewhere in DC, but I'm not sure what this is. Oh, it says Washington Monument. I'm loving this. This is brilliant. So in London, you get on the like Lime bikes or scooters, and it like restricts you where you can go, and it like stops you. So, oh, you can't ride here, can't ride there. So far, I mean, I've been on this bike for 25 minutes, on this scooter for 25 minutes now, and it just doesn't seem to have any problem with me. I've got this really nice view everywhere, and if I flip this, I hope it actually still works, because it'd be really annoying if it didn't. Well, this is what I've got. So the rules are in DC that if there's a cycle lane, you have to use it on one of these, and if there's no cycle lane, you have to use the road. Now it keeps trying to take me on a freeway, so I switched off freeways on the maps, and it's now taking me down all these cycle paths, and they're amazing. And thank you. For the most part, people are really friendly, and I really shouldn't be using my camera while I'm riding, but I can't not. Look, I've got that plane going overhead. I keep thinking this is running out of battery, but I think it's just like has speed limits to different areas, which is fine. I'm in no rush. Oh, it's just it's so busy everywhere I've been so far. New York, it's not Demont, can't remember, but we stopped here on the Greyhound on the way. Like here and DC and New York have been really busy, but it's just like everything's busy but also relaxed at the same time. I can't explain, like no one's got a problem to be had. You know, it's just nice. Maybe it's just got that holiday effect on me, but I'm going to enjoy it regardless. I'm dead center here with the line up for the runway, and I guess there's 4 planes I can see that are on their sort of final. Oh, and there's one taking off. How about that for a view?
see what this hotel room is like. Very nice hotel. Mm-hmm. 319 322. The card. Very nice. That's what you need. Air conditioning's on. Is this a cupboard? Oh, it's the bathroom. Oh wow. That's posh. Very nice. Well, I'm looking forward to this. Is that the lights? Oh, it is a light switch. Cool. Amazing. So I'm in Alexandria, Virginia. I'm not really sure what this is or what the point of it is, but when you walk near it when it's hot, it keeps you quite cool. Considering it's 34 degrees out right now, it's quite nice. It just sprays water out, gas.